G'day, I'm Jenny.
And I'm Ray, and welcome to our continuing Q&A.
So the next question is, was having a large family a spontaneous thing, or was it something that you guys planned, you wanted to have a big family? Or, you know, how did you get to 16 children? You know, it seems like a crazy number to most people, I guess. So how did you guys end up at 16?
It's not for everyone. I think when we got married, I was one of 6 kids. And I think growing up in a household like that, I always thought 6 children would be a good number.
How many did I want?
You didn't want any children. You wanted 0 children, if you can believe that. If you can believe that.
Oh, I think God has a really funny sense of humour.
He does, yep.
Yeah, so I didn't want any children. You said 4 or 6.
Yep.
You're nuts. I just went, people don't do that, right? They don't have that many, children. I agreed to have 1, maybe 2. Let's see how we go. I loved it. I loved being a mum. I just threw myself into that role and really enjoyed it. So I asked for number 3. We kept going.
Yeah. Well, we had 3. I always wanted more boys than girls. So we had, our 3rd child was a girl. So I then thought, oh well, if Jen wants more, we'll try for another boy. And we got another girl. So then we had 3 girls and 1 boy. And I thought, oh my Lord, I'm really in trouble here. I'm down 3 to 1. So then we decided to have some more, and we got to 7 kids, where we had 4 boys, 3 girls. And by the time I think we got to 7, it just felt, having children right, just felt right for us. We just felt that raising kids and having them and being able to bring them into the world was what we were meant to do. And from there we just let things happen, and from 7 we got to 16. And that wasn't an easy journey, like Jen said. We lost a few along the way. So it's not all
sunshine and flowers all the time.
It's a lot of hard work
and a lot of sacrifice. Yes. There's a lot that we go without because we live on one wage. You work, and I've been incredibly blessed over the years to be able to stay at home and look after our kids. But that meant that because I didn't have an income coming in, we had to make a lot of sacrifices with things in our house and where we went and what we bought. So
and we have to we've learned to wait for things. We're pretty patient when it comes to things. We don't always just expect to have things now and straight away, because within our budget that just can't happen, because our priority has been having children and raising them in a way that is good for our standard of life.
So did you think, like, part of what changed your mind, I guess, of not wanting kids to start with, or wanting maybe 6 max, was just that feeling of raising a family and getting to teach them, all the good stuff about the world, but also like raise them to be, I guess, independent and be able to get out there and, chase their dreams and stuff, I guess. And
felt right.
Yeah, it was right. And I guess a little bit of every time we had another baby and you saw how beautiful they were and you saw their personality as they grew, and it's like I didn't want to miss out on who's the next child, who's the next personality, who's that going to be like, and I just so enjoyed seeing that I could never wait to have another baby. Once we had one, it was like, when are we having another one?
And I guess we also always live by the motto that you'll never regret any children that you do have, but you might regret the ones that you don't have.
Absolutely.
Right? So even though they're all hard work, I don't think we've ever regretted having any of our children.
No.
Never any of them.
They're all beautiful.
Yeah.
Next question is, how do you guys manage to raise this many kids on one wage?
Well, a lot of sacrifice, hard work. But I think that question deserves probably a vlog of its own. And we could talk about how we got debt free, how we manage on one wage, how we budget. So we might make a note of that, and I will sit down and tell you all about that.
Okay, so this is a couple of littler questions. Maybe they're not as lengthy answers, but we're gonna ask a few of them.
Shoot.
All right. So, are any of your kids left-handed?
No.
No. Actually, all of them are right-handed.
Yeah. We had one that
never even thought
I
about
thought
that.
might have been ambidextrous. I thought might be using both, but now all right-handed.
All right-handed.
All right-handed.
Yeah, we've never even really considered that, have we?
No.
And is there a month of the year where most birthdays appear?
Is that June?
June.
June.
Yes. We've got 4 in June. We've got 3 in September. I think so. September's another busy month. We have no birthdays in August and none in December.
Do any of your children share a birthday?
No. Everyone's got their own
birthday.
date. Yep.
There are 365 days in a year.
We couldn't fill those.
No. There's just no way. We've got a couple of grandkids
that share birthdays.
But none of our children do. They're
some of them are close.
Yeah, very
by
close.
a couple of days, but no, nobody shares an actual birthday.
Yeah.
And someone would like to know, how many bathrooms do you have in your house?
One bathroom. One bathroom. And again, that's part of the sacrifice of raising this many children. We work hard, and I think over time it really hasn't been an issue not having a second bathroom. You know,
no, not really.
The kids all learn to share. They have their routines at night time to get through the bathtub. And now, actually, with less children in the house, it's actually, you know, the bathroom's actually not tied up as much as what it used to be. So,
but I'd still like a bathroom reno, so I'm very excited about maybe trying to plan a bathroom renovation.
We'll see how we go. You might be due for that. Righto?
Yay!
And so, Mum, this question's for you.
Yep.
How on earth do you keep up with all of that laundry in your house?
There's been a lot of laundry. I think that's probably another topic that we could do a whole video on, and I will come back and do a video and show you how I have managed to take care of the laundry for so many people.
How have you managed to do the laundry for so many people? I haven't even worked that one out.
It's a secret. Do you want to know?
Well,
because if
I'll
you
watch
know,
the video.
you might have to do it. Actually, you do help.
I do help.
He does put loads of laundry on.
So for any of your audience members out there, Mum and Dad, who are, you know, kind of weighing up pros and cons of, say, getting a bus that's a 12-seater or, you know, like a Hiace or a van that's 14 seats or so, how did you guys get your license, I guess, for your light rigid vehicle?
Yeah.
And like, you know, how did that kind of work? Because you guys obviously had to make that decision to get that as you progressively had more kids.
Yes, you can very quickly outgrow a vehicle. Now, the rules overseas are obviously very different to what they are here in Queensland, in Australia. Here, you could drive up to 12 seats on a regular license. Is that a C? It's called a C-class license, I think. And then you can comply a vehicle from 12 to 14 seats, which is your regular, like a Hiace or something like that. And then you will need a light rigid license, which involved going, and we had to sit and do a written test again, and we had to go for a driving test to be able to get that license. It allows us to drive bigger vehicles, so we have a 16-seater bus at the moment that we drive. We can actually drive, is it up to 6 tonne, I think? You'd have to check that with the transport department. But yeah, we can drive a bigger vehicle or more seats. But then I think once you reach a certain amount of seats after that, you have to go up to a higher license again, which I don't think we will be needing.
It has been interesting because along the way, as you have more children, you do run into these type of obstacles, and I guess that's all a part of having a lot of kids. And you can't really be afraid to go out and have a go or go out and get those licenses that you require, because, you know, if you don't go and do it, well then it basically came down to we had no way to get all the kids around because we'd outgrown the car. We had no way to get them around or transport them everywhere together as a group. So the two of us just had to look into it and just had to work out how to get that licence, and then just go and do it. And actually, looking back, at the time it was pretty scary, but we now drive that bus pretty regularly, and it's
I love it.
We really probably don't think too much about having that size licence anymore, do you?
I love our bus. Our bus is very old. she's hanging in there, but hopefully it'll last us all. Can we get a new bus? Honey?
No, it'll last.
Wink, wink.
It'll last.
You would never trade that bus, would you?
No, I love that bus.
Yeah, no, I'd love a new bus. I keep trying to convince him, but we will see.
Bus, it's doing fine. It's doing fine.
So Mum and Dad, you've got some questions on parenting in general. So bedtimes, food, teenagers, and I actually think you probably need to sit down and do another one just on that, maybe, because there's obviously just quite a few questions on parenting. 16 children, so we will have to make another video on that.
It's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, where we can sit down and really delve into all the different areas of those things. It's quite can be quite complex, can't it? Yeah. Can I just answer the one though quickly about how we celebrate birthdays? I do remember, like a long time ago when we did a Q&A, that I promised I would answer that particular question. So how do we celebrate birthdays in our house? We have enough people in the family that we're a party unto ourselves. So over the years we have had children's parties, and they've been able to invite kids over to enjoy a birthday cake and maybe some takeaway and have a few gifts. We've done a few where we've gone to the movies. Where else? We've gone to ice cream parlours and sporting places and those sorts of things as well. But recently, most of the time, the kids get to choose their favourite meal, whether that's a takeaway meal or something that I can cook them. They get to choose what kind of cake, so they could have a homemade cake or they could have something a little bit fancier, and a lot of them like cheesecakes, so we'll get something like that. We give them some gifts. We do have a budget for birthdays, so we don't spend a lot on birthdays, but they get a few special things, and then we just spend some family time together.
You've got quite a few followers asking how you guys are dealing with the cost of living situation, obviously still having 8 children at home and yourselves, so 10 all up. How do you budget, meal plan, planning for big events? Cost of living in general, I guess, is really affecting everyone. So how are you guys dealing with that?
Yeah. Look, the cost of living for folks at the moment with the rises in prices is incredibly difficult. It's been a struggle for most people. So please stay tuned to our channel here and over on Facebook and Instagram, because I'm going to have lots of videos and lots of posts coming up to help people with that. We've had a few projects in the works at the moment, so I'm excited to be able to share those with you. But yes, please stay tuned for all of that. I'm going to have lots and lots to be able to help you out.
So our final question for the Q&A for today, because there are so many and we're going to have to definitely make some more Q&As in the future.
I think so.
So someone just asked, how are you guys, having 16 children, how are you still sane at this point?
What is your definition of sane? We're still smiling, and we're still happy and very blessed with our family.
And it is rewarding. It's challenging, but it is rewarding. So you've got to appreciate the time you have with them.
True.
I think if you don't appreciate that time, as hard as it might be, or as hard as and challenging as it might be through certain times, you've still got to just appreciate the time that you have with your children, and watch them grow, watch them learn, and really open your heart to who they are. That's really what you have to do.
So everyone's very individual, everyone's got a different personality and different needs in life, so we love them exactly the same. We parent them individually.
Correct.
Thank you again so much for all of your wonderful questions. We've really enjoyed sitting here and answering them for you. If you have more questions for us, please pop them below, because we will come back and answer them when we do another Q&A for you. But please keep an eye out for all of our other videos coming up. We love to have you here with our big family, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. God bless.
Goodbye.